What has come about in different seasons that has shifted the balance of ways we've seen this, right? Have we emphasized some of these at certain seasons over others, and to what effect?
Yes. Well, this is where the problem becomes. You may remember I said earlier in regard to Scripture, one of the problems in the reading of Scripture is that for as many readers, there are interpretations of Scripture. And the same thing is true in regard to the Wesleyan Quadrilateral. For as many readers, there are interpretations of the Quadrilateral. And so even, as I've tried to talk about it, there is a sense in which it was Albert Outler who coined this expression, this phrase, Wesleyan Quadrilateral, to talk about the one source of authority. And the way to think about it is the Scripture is the one source of authority. And then tradition, reason, and experience are a trilateral hermeneutic. One authority, trilateral hermeneutic of it. But sometimes what's happened is some people have described the Wesleyan Quadrilateral as four sources. And because it's lateral, sometimes it's been understood as sort of equal, so that we might allow reason to trump our reading of Scripture. There have been those in the Wesleyan tradition. And as well, Ethan, that I come from the United Methodist Church. And so our United Methodist approach to the Quadrilateral is there would be those who would use reason to trump the authority of Scripture. There would be those who would use experience to trump the authority of Scripture. And so sometimes what's happened in some Wesleyan traditions is that if you don't like what the Scripture has to say about it, then find something in tradition, or find something in reason, or find something in experience, and allow that to trump what might be the clear teaching of Scripture, or what might be the historical understanding of the church in regard to an issue, or the tradition of the church that is there. So all this to say is that while the Wesleyan Quadrilateral can be helpful, it can also be abused, and at times has been abused and used in ways that Wesley would find completely abhorrent. And that would particularly happen when we allow experience to become the final source of authority in all matters of faith and practice, or we would allow reason to become the final source of authority in all matters of faith and practice.